Hi, this is Nischal from the E-Governance Foundation. In this session, we'll be talking about the Legal Case Management System, also known as the LCMS. Legal cell in any government organization is responsible for monitoring and tracking the cases to closure, ensuring compliance to judgment and payment of fees to the standing councils. They are also responsible to analyze the data with respect to the cases and provide help in proactive strengthening of rules and processes to ensure that the organization spends more time on their core activities and less time on battling in courts for the cases which are filed against them. Legal case management system is designed and developed to cater to the needs of the officials who are responsible for the activities which I just spoke about. Currently, most of the legal cells in various departments rely on paper-based system. This leads to high amount of efficiencies due to the manual way of doing things. There have been instances of court being lost in the court due to failure of representation, contempt of courts filed against the heads of organization for failing to appear in courts, and failing to comply with the court directives. Legal case management system improves the efficiency of the legal cell department by enabling them to be more effective and efficient in their day-to-day working. It also helps in increasing the compliance levels, and with the data analysis, the legal cell can help the organization in improving the efficiency of the entire organization. The high-level view of the system is as follows. There are a set of masters in the system. The case life cycle starts from case registration, wherein the case is entered and the department and lawyers are assigned. The case goes through a life cycle wherein paragraph-wise remarks are captured, counter affidavits are filed, interim order issues and hearings takes place. Case registration and the case process. The court gives the judgment on the case which is recorded and the decisions are implemented. So, the judgment. In some cases, the organization may go in for appeals. During the course, the standing counsel assigned to the case raise invoice which are recorded in the system and payment approvals are granted. So as you can see here, this is the master data block and this is the case processing block where case can be registered and processed, and then you can also see the payment blocks through which payments can be done to the standing counsel who represent the case. And as you can see here, this is integrated with the finance module so that the payment which gets registered can be processed. And then we have the reporting section. The report is generated through the data which gets filed to the case transactions. Let's now go ahead with the demo of the application. So as you can see here under LCMS, there is LCMS masters. So under the LCMS masters, I have this set of master screen to create case type. Using the create case type, I can enter the various categories of cases. So if I click here, these are the code types which again has a master. So if I click on the list, you'll get to see the list of types, the case types which was added in the past against the code types, which is again a master. So similarly, using the create code master screen, different types of code can be created. Again, when I click on the list, you can see the list of the codes which were created. In the create code type master, one can create the types of court like Supreme Court, Bombay High Court, additional district judge, the ones what you can see here. So any code which needs to be created can be created through this screen. Similarly, we have master for creating the government departments like Central Railway, Minister of Agriculture. These are basically the departments which will be used while registering a case. And create judgment type master, you can create the types of judgment which should be implemented during the execution of the case. And subject matter, we can use the screen to add different types of subject matter, which are categorized again during the case registration. So these are the different types of subject matters which were created in the past. And then we have the standing counsel master, where the standing counsel, the advocate who represent the case, data can be added. So with the create button, the standing counsel name can be entered and the data gets added into the system. So these are the various standing counsels who are added into the system. So accordingly, a new standing counsel can be added. So these are the sets of masters. Now getting on to the case processing. A new case can be registered using the create case link, and the screen to record the details of the case gets displayed for the user. So under the legal case processing, if I click on the create case link, I'll get the screen to register a new case, the one that you see here. Now to explain what details can be entered, let me just take up a case which was filed in the past. So for that, I'll go to the search legal case screen. So now the search legal case screen, what you see here is called rich parameters by which a case can be searched. So I'll enter the case number. So I'm doing a search based on the case number, and when I click on the submit, the case which was filed in the past gets listed in the search. So you can see here the case LC 220381, which is registered in 2003, is listed here. So these are the labels: LC number, case title, court petitioner, which you can see here. And then here I have the action drop down. See, the action drop down lists out the various action which I can perform against the case. So this is specific to the state in which the case is in. So I will directly click on the case, wherein I'll get the view of it. So you can see the case here, which was registered with all the details. So as you can see here, The case registration screen captures the legal case number, the date of registration, the court in which the case was filed, the case type, any internal number assigned by the legal cell, reference to the previous case number if any, the due date of filing the reply, the title of the case, the prior. So if it's filed by the corporation, there's a checkbox to check that, and then the stamp number. The system also captures the counsel of the other party. The system then captures the details of the petitioner, including its name, address, contact number if any. System suppose multiple petitioners. If a case has got multiple petitioners, that can be added. The system also captures the details of the respondent, including its name, address, and contact number, if any. So system has the facility to add multiple respondents as well. The case in the organization is normally concerned with a specific department. The system assigns the case to a concerned official in the department along with the date on which the case was assigned. So as you can see here, this is the case assigned details. It is assigned to the department within the organization and a representative from the department. And as you can see here, this is the standing counsel to which the case is assigned. He'll be representing the case. And as you can see here, the past hearings are recorded. This case has got 2 hearings, and there's one interim order as well. So these are the details which can be captured while registering a case. In special cases, we would want a senior standing counsel to be also assigned to the case, in which case the same is also captured. The system also has a provision for uploading various documents for the case. Various documents related to a case can be attached. The system also captures various stages that the case goes through. This includes evidence, arguments, hearings, interim orders, and final judgment. So if I go to the search screen, then again search the case. So in the action drop down, I get the list of stages of the case. So if I want to record a hearing, I can click on the hearing and then record a hearing for that. As you can see, 2 hearings are already recorded. So I can click on create new hearing and add the details. The hearing details gets attached to the case. Similarly, if I want to record a judgment, I can do that by going to the record judgment screen. and finally the case can also be closed. So these are the various actions which get listed. So based on what action is to be recorded against a case, the user can select the action, and the screen to record the details gets displayed, and the details can be entered against the case. Now let's move on to the payment section, as in how payments are done to a standing counsel. As you can see, under this LCMS bill module, we have the standing counsel wise fee entry. So I click here, and then this text box, which apparently is an auto populate, I can type in the name of the advocate to whom the payment has to be done. So I'll just select the name and click on submit. The page to record the payment details gets displayed. So in this field I can enter the bill number and select the bill date. The bill details are basically for the finance department for processing. So then these are the finance related details which the user needs to enter. You can enter the case number here and then select the account head. So these are the finance details, and then select a department and select the designation. So these are the approver's details. So I can select any department and a designation for that department gets populated. And then the employee can be selected, and clicking on the save will send the bill details to the approver for approval. So this is the screen to record the payment details. Payment details are recorded and then sent for approval. So once it gets approved, it gets processed in the finance department. So you can also see this view past payment link, which opens up the screen through which a user can view the payments done to an advocate in the past. So again, standing counsel name can be selected, and clicking on the submit will give the details of the payments done to this particular advocate in the past. We shall now take a look at the reports. So under this LCMS reports, you can see the set of reports that are listed. Daily board report shows the event that are happening with respect to the courts. Example, hearing on the selected date. Paper book entry report shows the list of cases which paper book details have been made during the case creation. During a case creation, paper book details can be added. So this report basically shows that. Process register report shows the list of cases for which process register details have been added during case creation. So during case creation, if at all process register details are added, that case gets displayed in this process register report. Report between due date shows various actions that are due by the organization between selected dates. So between any selected dates, if at all there are any actions which are due, then those cases gets listed in this report. So to understand a report, let us take a detailed look at the generic report, which provides detailed insight to the case that have been filed in the organization. So I select the generic report here. This provides a detailed insight with respect to the cases which are filed against the organization. So as you can see here, the aggregated by, this is the filter. So I just select judgment outcome here. There are also other parameters. So I select the filter as judgment outcome and I click on submit. As you can see here, the cases, the count of the cases gets aggregated by the judgment outcome. So withdrawn party allowed, you can see here. If I want to filter it by advocate, I can also do that. So I filter it by advocate and I click on submit. So this is filtered by advocate. So you can see aggregated by, these are advocate names and the number of cases. The count of cases are displayed against the advocate names. As you can see here, advocate Sehgal has got 92 cases. Advocate Tripathi has got 97 cases. So I can also filter it by judgment outcome and also by advocate name. So I'm filtering by judgment outcome and advocate name as Sehgal. So when I click on submit, you can see that advocate Sehgal, the cases which are executed by him, the count of the cases filtered by the judgment outcome, allowed, DID, disposed of, direction. So similarly, we can use various filter here and do an analysis on the cases which are registered in the system. So I can also filter it by department, court name, section, case status, court type, case category, various parameters. So whatever parameters is selected, similarly search is done and the count of the cases gets displayed. As we have seen, legal case management system is a comprehensive system to manage and track the legal cases in the organization. It improves the efficiency of the organization and ensures that the cases are not lost for want of missing deadline and ensures compliance to prevent contempt. The system also provides detailed set of reports which will help the senior level officers to analyze the data and come up with areas where the rules and processes needs to be strengthened so that the organization spends its time on its core business processes and less time in the courts. We hope you liked the product and enjoyed the presentation. In case you want to know more about our solution, visit www.egovernments.org or send a mail to contact@egovernments.org. Thank you.